Hi Alison, thanks very much for your call earlier today. I'd like to start off by saying how deeply sorry I am for not contacting you earlier. Um, I'm really sorry to hear about your recent diagnosis as well. Um, I really hope you and the family are doing okay at the moment, and especially you. I really hope that um, you're doing okay and um, everything okay. I could only imagine what you and your family is currently going through, and you mentioned you're really stressed at the moment, so I hope it's not overwhelming for you. And I really hope that I'm able to set your nerves at ease today, and so you don't have to worry about your investment. Now, you wanted to know what's going on in Greece at the moment. Currently, Greece is experiencing a bit of market uncertainty. Now, similar sort of occurrences have happened recently in Australia as well, such as Turnbull resigning, and the result of that is the market showing signs that, what's going to happen for the future, similar to what's happening in Greece. So, is this prime minister going to be elected, or is this one going to be elected, or is this one going to be elected? They are unsure about what's going to happen, both in Greece and Australia. So as a result of this, a lot of people are panicking and selling their investments, which is not the right thing to do at all. Um, this sort of investing that I'm talking about, which is panic selling, is called emotional investing, which isn't healthy to do whatsoever. So essentially, what they do is they invest, they get panicked, and then they sell everything. This isn't the right thing to do because essentially you're losing all your capital straight away by selling out, and you're back to square one. So it's better to ride out the volatility as we went through in your meeting 12 months ago. Time always prevails, and that has always proved time and time again, and it will continue to prove time and time again. So I hope that covers the things as far as Greece goes. You would like a solution. Now, the solution to this is to do nothing at all. That's the best thing you can do. And I'll tell you why. So, the investment that you're in at the moment is a high growth investment, which is a long term investment, which is for about 7+ years. And we originally invested for your children's education. Now, if you remember that, we went through the risk profile and we established your goals, which was to, have funds for the future for your kids and their education. Now, as a result of this financial goal for you, you agreed that you would like to be invested in a high growth risk profile. And as a result, we invested you a 50/50 split. So we invested 50% in Australian shares and 50% in global shares. Now, you mentioned that you weren't able to get a print off correctly, and your internet wasn't working properly, as well as you were having trouble with the keyboard. I really hope that you're able to open this attachment that I've included with this video. I've included a portfolio valuation which shows the current value of your investment as at today. Now, over the last 12 months, you have drawn a little bit of money out here and there. To mention, you've pulled $80,000 from your global fund, which brings the total invested amount to $275,550. Now, you also have a domestic fund, as I mentioned earlier, which you've pulled $5,000 out over the past 12 months. The value of that today is $371,300. Overall, your invested portfolio, it has a value of $646,850. Now, overall, after taking into consideration withdrawals and everything, your portfolio has only fallen about 8.5%. Now, this is nothing to be concerned about, and please do not stress about it. Now, you mentioned time and time again that you're stressed about this, and the worst thing you can do at the moment is stress. Now, there's a lot of bad media coverage at the moment going on about this is the worst GFC since 2009. It's the next, global financial crisis. It's not. It's just people blowing stories, blowing smoke, sort of thing. Media only makes money out of negative news because people read negative. Now, I want you to ignore this news because it's not helping whatsoever. And as you know, you came to our firm to entrust us with your investment. And what I'm asking you to do is entrust me with your investment. So entrust that the overall decision is to ride out the volatility. Now, there is going to be dips in markets from time and time again. And, as I mentioned before, time always prevails. And over a 10-year period, you're going to eventually generate a positive return. And it's only a matter of time. So I would like you to say, just please hold for the moment. And we'll go through this once we get you come back into the country, and we can go through this together and make sure we're on the same page and go from there. Now, obviously, your circumstances have really changed at the moment. Obviously, being that your recent diagnosis and everything like that. I'd like to also go through your superannuation and insurance with you. We didn't cover this in your initial advice, as you just wanted investment advice only. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because you may have insurance for your superannuation, or you may hold a policy outside of your superannuation that you may be entitled to claim on. Now, you mentioned that you're probably not going to be able to go back to work, or you're unsure about it. If this is so, then you may be entitled to a TPD claim as long as you meet the conditions. Essentially what that means is if you can't do your own occupation or any occupation in the future, and you're pretty much technically disabled for the period of your life, where you're entitled to make a claim for. Now, if we can go through this, and I think this would really help you out, and I'm going to waive the fee for the consultation for you, just to say thank you for being one of our clients, and also as a sort of incentive for, or not an incentive, a sort of apology for not informing you about the Greece market. You also mentioned about fees. Now, $1,800 to you, it was charged to you for your initial plan fee, which is to set the investment up and do the advice document for you. Now, this was charged upfront. Now, ongoing, we did sign you up to an ongoing service fee, but this isn't charged until 12 months after. So you should receive one in the next couple months, and we'll go through this with you when you come in, when you're back in the country. Now, you also said that you're getting charged monthly fees from your investment. Now, that is indirect cost ratio. So investment managers charge a fee. They can range from about 0.6% through to about 2%. Your fees are about 1.1 to 1.35% ongoing per annum. This fee is charged directly from the fund manager itself for managing your investment. They sell the underlying investments, and they buy and sell, and it's just a recover cost for buying and selling investments for you. If you want more information on this, I'm happy to go through this with you back at the office. And yeah, now I understand you're really angry with this, and obviously this if you're not happy with the solution being just wait and we'll ride out the volatility. What we can do is revisit your goals. Obviously your circumstances have changed, so I think it'll be good to do this and sort of evaluate how long you would like to invest for. Like, do you need income? Do you need medical costs now, and that sort of thing, just to sort of make sure that you're okay. And if as a result your circumstances have changed, we may need to change your risk profile as the time frame of your investment is a lot shorter. So hopefully this settles your nerves, and when you get this message, you're doing okay, and I hope things are okay. So if you can call me when you're back in the country, and we can go through this together. And yeah, thanks, Alison.